Yeah. Hate me 'cause I tell you the truth. Maybe your friends are confused. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Go ahead and go. Baila, baila, baila. Go. Baila.
What's up? What's up? It's your girl jxstFE.
And it's your girl Vina.
And we are the Antisocialites.
Yes, yes.
Today we got Shontay in the house. What's up?
Hey, ladies.
She is a lovely entrepreneur.
Black female empowerment, getting money, girl boss.
She is representing Black Girl Sunscreen.
All day, baby. All day. Black Girl Sunscreen.
Do you have an acronym for this? Or you just
BGS.
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 Yeah, Black Girl Sunscreen, literally.
Awesome. So we decided to switch it up. Usually we have, artists, DJs, producers. We've been throwing some songwriters at us.
Right.
But this time we wanted to focus more on the development side, the business side, and we came across, well, actually, I feel like you came across us.
Oh, yeah. I'm always on the prowl.
So, I mean, you seem like you're about your business, but tell us a little bit about yourself, like where you're from, because we like to showcase Miami and people that are from here as well. So just tell us a little bit about you.
Sure. So I'm originally from upstate New York.
Okay.
Went to school up there. When I graduated, I migrated down to Miami, did my master's at St. Thomas, which is right here.
Right across from, I went to Florida Memorial.
Okay, Flomo, huh?
Yeah, good old Flomo.
So we on the 826. When I was done with my master's, I got picked up and started working for corporate America.
Okay.
I was in corporate America for a very, very long time. When I got finished with that, I said, hey, it's time for me to continue on with my journey. So I went from New York to Miami and then hopped over to LA. And so when I said, hey, we're going to have some things in common here.
West Coast, East Coast.
That's right. Exactly.
My dream ladies.
And you should get there if you have the opportunity because it is so bomb.
I'm on my way.
Yeah, it's in our plan. It's in our blueprint.
Yeah, and she's from there, so I feel like, well, not LA, but Cali.
Yeah.
She's gonna make her way
From the
back
Bay
home.
Area though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which is good enough, right? Because it's still kind of similar vibes.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, they feel like Cali is like one big state, but it really could be broken off in two. If it wasn't. Well, just because of the difference of culture and people and the vibe. Like, the Bay is a lot more like laid back, and of course now it's super techy because of, Silicon and Apple and all that, but yeah, LA's cool.
Yeah.
It's a lot of opportunity in LA.
Oh my goodness. So I went over it in 2015. So what are we at? 2 years now?
Mm-hmm.
And I chose to go to LA because it's just been part of my dream, part of my life, part of my journey. And I don't want to wake up and be like, hey, I regret something.
Right.
So I literally just said, hey, I chose a date and I moved there. Drove across the country.
How many times
chose that date, had my car, my dog, and that's what you have to do. You have to choose a date and you have to work towards it. Tell others about this date so they can hold you accountable. And that's how I kind of live my life. Like, hey, I'm about to start this business. Hey, I'm about to move over here. Hey, I'm about to do this. And your friends will be like, girl, I thought you were about to do this, right?
Yeah.
What's going on with that? So literally, when I got over to Cali, I didn't really know what to expect, right? And I lived downtown LA, right around the corner from the Staples Center. And when I tell you, like, vibes is, like, popping, like, creative vibes, creative juices, it's just everywhere.
Yeah.
People are going there that aspire to be bigger than life. Models, actors, dancers, whatever it is, right? Tinseltown, cameras, and things always rolling.
Right.
So while I was there, I worked for another large corporation within the same industry. So I'm still doing my 9 to 5. And I come from a very diverse background. Even though I went to a predominantly white high school and college, when I came down to Miami, I mean, it's so diversified and multicultural. My good friends are light complexion, people closest to me, lighter complexion. I'm dark in complexion. My support is dark complexion. And when it's time to like chill, let's say go hiking or go to the beach or go to the pool, they have products to choose from. And being out in California, like hiking is like a thing that you do. So many mountains, so much terrain. And I was hiking maybe like 2-3 times a week. And I just go out bare skin, like not even thinking twice about it. And if we go into like a hotel beach, they could just chill out on the lounge chair. And I'm like, no, I'm about to pay $25 for that beach umbrella. Because I don't want to get darker and I don't want to burn. And then I just started to think about it like, man, it's it's underwhelming the options that Black women or women of color have for their skin. And I started to do research, and I found that there was nothing. There was nothing to protect our skin from burn. There was nothing to protect our skin from the sun. Skin cancer doesn't discriminate.
So,
neither does sunburn.
Not to cut you off, but because I always see like, well, my mom hates being in the sun. And I'm like, well, put some sunscreen on. Are you saying that regular sunscreen does not work for all complexions?
No, I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying, what differentiates Black girl sunscreen from the rest is we don't leave that white residue, right? Mm-hmm. Whereas the traditional sunscreens, they don't rub completely in.
Right.
So no one wants to walk around looking like a tourist with that cast
yes.
on, right? We want to still go out with our makeup on, with our glow on,
mm-hmm.
with our shimmer on, and feel good about it. So can you wear another sunscreen? Sure. But will it rub completely in? I can't say that. But
mm-hmm.
desires? Absolutely.
My thing was, you said something that was really important, and I feel like there's not a lot of options because as African Americans, a lot of people don't think that they need sunscreen.
Mm-hmm.
And we're under the misconception that it's like because we're Black, we're fine.
Or you
like,
just take the sun.
And I learned the hard way.
Sure.
I took a trip to Bimini. I did not put on sunscreen. Yeah. My forehead was burnt. And I'm like, Black people don't get sunburned.
I remember that.
And I was like, why is my head peeling? Like, my whole forehead was peeling, my nose. It probably still hasn't come back to the right color. But it was just like...
You look great, though.
Oh, thank you. But it was just... It was the first time I ever experienced that. And I was just like, I could have got sunscreen. Like, it would have took nothing. But we had this thing where it's just like, oh, because we have melanin, because we're Black, like, we don't get sunburned. And a lot of people aren't even aware of this.
And you know what? We've been manipulated and kind of, not necessarily brainwashed, but taught that we can hide behind our melanin. And that's not the case. Mm-hmm. Today we live in a very health-conscious, health awareness society where we want to look good, feel good, smell good, eat good. And skin is the largest organ of our body. We have to take care of it.
Yeah.
So not only is it protecting your skin from the sun, but it's just, you just have to be careful. So I feel like there are many people that have other people that have been sunburned or been, let's say, affected by the sun. And it's a real thing, right? We can't escape it.
Right.
So you're not eliminated.
Right. I found out the hard way.
Right.
I definitely found out the hard way. I was like...
I mean, you go out and you can wear your bathing suit, right? And you come back in and you move your strap and you're a different color.
Oh yeah.
But we, you know, we're like, oh, I got a tan, but we're not like, oh, my skin is burnt or my skin is damaged for that matter. Because even in that moment, you're probably damaging your skin and you don't even know it.
So then, what will it take?
I mean, it takes this.
Right. So what will it take to use that, right? Because this is a new concept for people of color, for women of color, for Black people. What will it take for someone to get burned, for someone to get the C word? Like, is it that extreme?
No. Well, I feel like you're doing a great job by like not only developing this product, but kind of like getting the word out because we may have an audience that thought the same way as most of, America, like, oh, Black people can take the sun, it doesn't matter. And rather than just say that and go with that information, why not get educated? Because I also noticed that your product is paraben free.
Yeah.
And I am a stickler on that when it comes to my shampoo and conditioner.
Absolutely.
Sulfate free, paraben free.
Yeah.
And so that was what really attracted me to your product because like parabens and sulfates like basically dry your hair out. And I would imagine that in sunscreen, it probably doesn't help and dries your damn skin out.
Absolutely. So what I will say is consumers nowadays, they are worried about they are concerned about what is not in a product as opposed to what's in a product. So it's great that you recognize paraben free, fragrance free. You don't know if you said that, but we're oxybate free as well.
Okay.
So it's more of, hey, we're conscious about what is not good for this skin, what is not good for the environment. Oxybenzone, super big word. It's a sunscreen word, but it protects coral reef as well as it is in nail polish remover. It's in hairspray. When you go into the nail spot, they got their mask on, right?
And I wonder why they didn't give me one.
So exactly.
I really sit there and I'm like, Alex, can I get one too? Because we're sitting right next to each other.
So
You're
these
laughing, I'm
are
serious.
ingredients, right, that we don't want in our products, and that's, you got to be conscious of it. You go into a store and you're like, hey, okay, this isn't in it, check. This isn't in it, check. This isn't in it, check. Right? And we talk about your hair, sulfate free, paraben free. We don't want bad things in the things that we use on an everyday basis.
Wow.
So okay, you went hiking. You realized that there's no sunscreen for you. Like, how did you come to this? The tangible product. I mean, like,
because you can have an idea, and
right? Because like for me, we just had a conversation with a few other young ladies that are entrepreneurs, and it's just like a lot of people don't have the resources, or we don't know somebody that could put you in a position to make your dream or your idea come true. Like, who knows a scientist or a chemist to put this together?
And you went to school for business, right?
Yeah.
So
but you still have to have a relationship with somebody, or you had to tell you.
So do you want to know every secret?
I mean, a little bit.
Okay. I'll put you on. So there are many different elements to this process and to coming up with a finished product. You have to have some type of support and someone that's going to say, girl, you got this. You could do this. And I believe in you. And I've had that. But when we get back to the basics, I feel like there's a lot of women that don't execute their dream because they're afraid. And I was afraid for a long time, and every day I still get really scared. Like, oh, we're about to launch. Like, are people going to buy? Are people going to become educated? Is this something that they're going to believe in? So just starting with a logo is hard.
Okay, no, we know
Right?
that.
You have people submitting their artwork, and you're just like, is this the right feel for my brand? Is this the direction? And you're bouncing it off of everyone, and everyone has their own opinion, but ultimately you make the decision. Right? So it could be something so small, but it's really big.
Yeah.
The package design, I actually really, really love our package design. I think it's so beautiful. I think black and gold is representative of Black women. I feel like Black women wear gold. So I think this is one of my proudest moments, just coming up with the packaging, if you will. And again, this is all different steps of how we've gotten to this point.
Okay.
Right? And then Black Girl Sunscreen. I'm saying, hey, for us,
you're my target market.
That's right. I am
It's
also
easy.
the customer. So if I need it, then somebody else needs it, right? So the chemist part is real. And finding a chemist is like dating a man, right? Because
And this is what I want to get to, the relationship. Okay?
Exactly.
It's important.
Because if he ain't talking to you right, if he ain't saying the things that you want to hear, if he's not caressing you, no, we can't work together.
Okay.
Right? So it is real. A chemist and I did work together in terms of what ingredients we want to add, what ingredients we want to eliminate, and we figured out what ingredients are actually appropriate for darker complexion.
Okay.
Right? So that took months on top of months to come up with.
Okay.
And I talk about celebrating big wins as well as small wins, and becoming FDA approved is a big win, because in order to sell sunscreen, you have to be FDA approved.
Right.
So that means that it's gone through its stability testing. It's gone through, the claims that we put on our bottle. Let's just say being ultra sheer. Yep, it rubs in completely. Is it fragrance free? Yes, you can put it on your face. You can put it on your entire body. So that has to get tested.
Yeah.
Or you can be sued.
Right, because just starting a business in general, having your paperwork right and all that, but then now you're dealing with actual products that people consume, like FDA, Food and Drug Administration. That's a big deal.
Right.
Sure, it absolutely is. And I mean, we didn't even talk about the nitty gritty, like LLC and
The copyright.
Taxes.
and all that stuff. And if you don't have the proper guidance or someone just saying, hey, you have to do these things, it's difficult.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
Is this a 2-year process, or this is like from?
So I was extremely aggressive. I worked very, very fast, and I did a lot of research. So if one person was like, hey, I can't really produce what you want, I'm on to the next, like within that same day.
Okay.
And the partners that I work with, they'll tell you, Shontay's annoying.
Sometimes I do.
Because my follow-up is impeccable. Like, don't tell me that something is going to be delivered today and it's not delivered today. So, hey, what's the ETA on that? Right? I just like to have a handle on what's going on.
That's important.
Yeah.
And I think that's commendable as well, because even in the industry, we deal with people that are artistic, and sometimes
they don't work on your timeline.
They don't. And sometimes I try to check myself, like, am I being you know, a little too persistent? Am I expecting too much from this person? But then I'm like, but it's our business, you know? And if I want something and you tell me you're going to do it, I want to know why you're not getting it done.
This is true.
So,
you gotta hold them accountable.
Yeah.
Somebody holds you accountable.
Of course. So also with your sunscreen, it says it's melanin boosting.
Yeah.
So talk about that, because you may get somebody, because it says bye bye umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's my slogan.
Right, and it's very, very catchy. So say, I'm just thinking of my mama.
Okay.
I'll be like, here's some black girl sunscreen.
Okay.
You don't have to sit under the umbrella. She'll be like, no, I'm still gonna sit under that umbrella because I don't want to get darker. How is that tie into your product? Because I feel like you can't prevent you from getting a shade darker, but you can prevent from burning.
Sure.
Am I right?
Sure.
Okay.
So the slogan Bye Bye Umbrella is, I introduced it in my storyline because I said, hey, I don't always want to be under the umbrella where my friends are just out there in the water having fun in the waves, right? And it's kind of like a fear, and the umbrella covers that fear literally. So does no sunscreen prevent you from getting darker? It prevents you from UVA and UVB rays.
Okay.
Right? That's what's in the sunscreen to protect that. So the slogan Bye Bye Umbrella is to make us feel comfortable that, hey, you know what? Our skin isn't going to burn if we're not under the umbrella.
Got you. Yeah. So a little extra layer of protection.
Absolutely.
So
I clearly needed it months ago.
I mean, if you travel, whatever, going on a cruise, going on a little vacation, whatever it is, everyday, daily activities, like, this is going to be good for you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of just like, if the lighter complexion individuals are doing that, why are we not doing that?
Right.
Do you feel that people should wear sunscreen every day?
Yes.
You do?
I do.
Okay.
I do. Underneath their makeup.
People just want to wear, like, if I'm going to the beach, it's like, oh, if I'm at the pool,
Sure.
I'll put on sunscreen. But if it's just every day I'm going outside, like, the sun's always out. I mean, especially for places like Miami and California.
Super hot. And that's why I migrated back to Miami, just because it's not as seasonal as the rest of the country. Cali, Southern California, they have good weather, but it doesn't last all year round. And Miami is pretty much the perfect place. But going back to wearing it every day, a dermatologist will tell you, hey, you need to wear sunscreen every day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the sun is still out. Just because it's cold outside doesn't mean that, you're not getting hit.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And is it okay if your foundation has SPF in it?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Because usually I'll buy it with SPF, but so I won't put an extra layer of sunscreen on, but.
So SPF 30 is pretty much what you need.
Okay.
You don't need anything more or anything less, but that's sufficient as long as you're applying it properly.
Okay. So what challenges have you faced so far?
Girl,
the chemist. I mean, the chemist was one, but now that this is out and you're letting the world see your website's amazing, all of that.
Thank you.
What are some of the challenges that you've been facing so far?
So I think first come internal challenges, and we talk about, can you do it? Do you have that belief within yourself? Because not every day is a great day.
Mm-hmm.
Where it could be something so small that goes wrong, you're just like, do I have this in me? So you need to have that drive.
Right.
And I think that might be the biggest one for me, because this is a product based on education. And we have to get the awareness out, because again, we have been taught that we don't need sunscreen to get by, and we do. So every day I ask myself, is this going to work? Am I doing this for nothing? So I think that's one of the largest challenges. And then another challenge is just being taken seriously.
I was going to say, just getting people to take sunscreen serious, because we had that mindset. It's like, I don't need sunscreen.
But not even from a female perspective or consumer perspective, but the partnerships that, you develop. Like, one of my suppliers called me kiddo. Like, wait, excuse me? Kiddo.
I have so many more questions from
on so many levels, it's kind of rude. He may speak that way, but it's kind of just like, that's how he sees me. Not as a professional, not as a businesswoman. Oh, kiddo. What experience do you have? Not much, because you're a kid.
Gotcha.
Right? And then, being a small business owner, right? Your pockets may not be as big as, and I'm not going to say any other competitors, but somebody just wants a makeup brand. Their products are not out yet, and they're sold out because they have a name.
Oh, Kim?
It's crazy.
Right.
Sister,
It's crazy.
Everybody. Like,
right? I'm not going to talk about them per se, but because
We
the
will.
name, because of the finances, right? They're able to.
The branding. They're already out there.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be a challenge being a small business and asking a supplier, hey, can you get this out by a certain deadline?
Right.
And they don't.
Right. Because it's not their focus.
Yep.
Because they might not even think they're going to make a lot of money on it. So they're going to put it to the back burner. And I didn't even think about that because on the supplier side, you as the owner of this company have to go out and pitch your brand.
and get orders.
Mm-hmm.
And has that been challenging in Miami?
No, it's been really good
Okay.
in Miami.
All right.
I mean, it's been, honestly, Black Girl Sunscreen has been surrounded by just positivity and support.
Okay.
I've been grateful and just super thankful and lucky to be around women that have the same vision and are, they believe in empowerment and just supporting each other.
Okay.
So thus far, being in Miami has been clutch.
And
How long have you been back though?
Like 4 months.
4 months.
Oh,
and
so
it's
super
just
new.
Yeah.
been taken off from
Yeah, literally.
I think as right now, when Black women for sure are just like, yo, we need to come together. Like, we need to stick together. We need to make sure that we're putting each other on. And like, you actually have a very unique product that I don't know that there's any other competitors. And you know, like, so it makes you stand out. So it should be, or everybody should want to, you know, back you up.
And that makes me kind of cry sometimes when I actually think about that concept. What else is there? What else is out there? It's like almost being a Mac, almost being like a Victoria's Secret. We just in the beginning stages.
Right.
Right.
That's it.
Well, I think it's the perfect timing too, because especially with the natural hair care movement
Sure.
of Black women and even, you know, Spanish or whoever has really been conditioned to like put relaxers and chemicals in their hair, that community now is coming together and helping each other. So I have a group on Facebook that I'm involved with, and everyone is just asking people questions like, what product is good for me? Okay, this is what happened to my hair today, and women are actually responding, and it's kind of inspiring because then if someone like yourself who has an idea to come out with a product that's so niche and not be scared to do it, because some people may feel like, well, only what if Black people don't buy my product? Because it says Black Girl Sunscreen, but I'm sure you don't have to just be Black to wear it.
And I wanted to know, can guys wear it?
Yeah.
Like, or you don't want them to like touch it.
Well, I saw Papa Keith was getting, you know, a little.
Yo, that shit was so crazy. I mean, because I chose the biggest, blackest man to rub that damn sunscreen on. His arm was so big.
You were like, let me get that in.
And I put too much on. I don't know if you peeped that, but
you slapped his ass on the lip. I was like, okay.
you know, when you're in the moment, like everything is going on, it's going so fast. But I guess if I could do it again, I just put a little bit on. But so that was a loaded series of questions you ladies just asked me.
Oh, well, just being that it's such a niche.
Sure.
Is it encouraging to see, like, do you find yourself that, okay, my marketing plan can be tailored to the natural hair care because women are now looking for natural products? It's not discouraging to enter a market that's so niche.
And I felt like I'm just going to go back to my original statement. If I'm looking for it, there's other women looking for it. And I've done a lot of research, and I only need 2% of Black women to support the product, and we're good to go.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Yeah, it's a super small number, but our buying power is huge. It's huge. And what I will say is that eventually we will tap into other products. Black men sunscreen, Black kids sunscreen, where it's not just for the women, right? And I will tell you that all complexions can use this product. The chemist and I did come up with special ingredients that moisturize the skin.
Gotcha.
More than another sunscreen.
Gotcha.
So could a lighter complexion individual use this? Absolutely. They're just going to be a little bit more moist. That's it.
Oh,
Right?
ain't nothing wrong with that.
But honestly, I wanted something to scream, hey, this is for us. This is for you, Black girl. Not everybody wants to be a Black girl by any means. We know that. But I'm not talking to them.
Right.
I don't know that anymore.
I'm sorry.
Confusing.
I can't say
With
that
the
I agree.
cornrows and the
Everything is about natural.
I know.
Everything is unnaturally natural. Like, it's all about the natural body, but then it's like enhanced. Everybody wants to have cornrows, like you said, or natural curly hair, but then like it's not. Some of it's weave. Like, it's just for the look right now. But what I do like about what's happening is that women are all about self-love. Like, not just black women, like you were saying, you were talking about the natural hair, like, it goes into every single thing and about loving yourself. And once you love yourself, you start to figure out, okay, how do I do this with something like this, with a natural hair product or something like that. So have you reached out to any other, like, natural hair, like, brands or things like that, or try to do any collabs, or, like, or when you were first getting in, like, did you have a mentor, or, like, how did you...
You asked me if I have a mentor. I wouldn't per se say that I have a mentor, but there are people that I look to for guidance that have kind of done the entrepreneurship thing, or that may have, hey, a shortcut on how to talk to a supplier or how to get something done. But there's no one that I'm just, putting on a shrine and just like this is my go-to person. And typically when I have an idea or a thought, I execute it. Literally. Like, I said, hey, I'm going to move down to Miami to do my master's, and I did that. And I said, hey,
we also have that in common.
Yeah.
We all three of us, we all do.
And you know what? I'm about to go to Cali.
Mm-hmm. Dang, if I could get that part under the belt, I would be so excited.
I'm gonna do it, and it's hard. It's hard. And then I said, you know what? I'm about to come back to Miami, right? And you're gonna go through those stresses. You're gonna go through the turmoil. You're gonna go through, did I make the right decision? And that is all internal. But in terms of mentorship, I'm looking. It has to be the right match. Again, I talk about dating. It's like you date mentors, right? Do we speak the same language? Are we heading in the right path together? Mm-hmm. So I haven't been fortunate enough to have one, but I do have women that have done well and can give me advice, and that I know that if I call their phone or text their phone, they're going to pick up.
So, her and I, we talk a lot about teams. We always ask the people that we interview, do you have a team? Is it hard? What is your team like? Tell us, because I can't imagine you not having anybody that can help you on any side of the business.
So that's a really good question. And I've been fortunate to have friends that go so hard for me. Okay. And I remember my first photo shoot. We did it in LA.
Is that with the black bathing suits? In the street?
No.
Oh, okay. I like that photo.
Thank you. That was my fourth photo shoot, but I'm going to get to that.
Okay.
So my first photo shoot, we was only 4 girls, right? 4 girls, okay, whatever. I had a good friend of mine who has an extensive knowledge of production and just the business, who knows what I want to look like, knows what I want to wear. She just knows, right? And then I hired some videographers and a photographer, right? But when I tell you my girls showed up, they showed up 110%.
Oh,
that's right.
That's always a great thing.
And at the end of that photo shoot, we're talking about a 9-10 hour day. I cried in the SUV because I said my vision has just now became reality, right? And we shot our promo video, that first shoot. Then I had another kind of more of like an educational video, like what Black Girl Sunscreen is, how you apply it, whatever, right? Another model came through. She did a dope ass job, right? Then we have another photo shoot where we have 10 models. We went from 4 to 10, and it's just based off of girls that are down with the movement, want to support the brand, and want to be a part of something big. Okay. Right? They come and support, and they posing, and they doing everything, looking good, smelling good, just doing whatever they can for Black Girl Sunscreen. And this is something that like it's so hard to articulate because it hits the heart, and that's the support. Yeah. Hey, so can you go pick up these bathing suits real quick? Yeah, sure, girl, I got you. Hey, but you know what? Them shit is in Temecula. It's like 2 hours away from LA.
Yeah, my aunt lives down that way. Yeah, that's far. It's not close. It's like San Diego.
Right? But this is somebody that will go and do it. Yeah. Without even questioning. Shontay, got you. We'll have them before the shoot. Right?
It's the right people in your team.
Absolutely. So my LA team is rock solid.
Okay.
You know, my makeup artist, she shows up, bang out 10 models. Hey, we had another makeup artist from like another group. I'm like, hey, so do you want this other makeup artist to help? She's like, I got Black Girl Sunscreen covered. No. Okay. She wants to do all of us because we're the team. Right. We're the team, right? And even when it comes to promoting on social media, these girls are repost without even me having to ask.
That's so easy for you. Like, that's a beautiful thing.
You know?
That support is very real.
But it goes deep. It goes deep, and it will be reciprocated if they've ever needed anything from me. And as a startup, you want to know that people want to grow with you. So now coming over to the East Coast and being in Miami, I'm trying to do the same thing. And it's working. I mean, I've come across some really good women and just some solid relationships where it's just when it's time to do an event or something like that, I'll call upon them and see what's good. But the support, it makes me feel just warm and fuzzy inside, and I've been lucky to have these females. I mean, I have somebody that comes with me every time just to be like, hey girl, you good? Don't forget to say this, don't forget to say that, straighten up, you know, make sure your posture's good, throw your gum away. You need that.
Yeah,
you really need that just to kind of calm your nerves. And I have that, and you know, these girls are never going away. And with friendships, it's kind of like, you know who your girls are. Right. You know, we're talking about 10, 15 years of relationships.
Yeah. And that's refreshing to even hear that you had that experience here.
Right.
Because we talk about, I mean, I'm no shade to the city that we live in, but it can be really difficult to build and maintain, you know, solid relationships.
Genuine
relationships outside of just like, what can I do for you? What can you do for me? Because I think we live in such a transient city right now, and it's always been that way. But the Black community in Miami, I feel like we're so spread out, because if not everything is South Beach, not everything is Aventura, Wynwood, like people have to, you know, come together in order. And I'm glad to hear that you're having an amazing experience. And I say that with laughing.
She's bringing the West Coast over here.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that because I haven't. You're probably one of the first people that I've heard really say that, and I believe you. So
you know, these are relationships that stem from a very long time ago, and trust me, we have our trials and tribulations, right? It's not always easy, but these girls, that they believe in me, they believe in the product, they believe in the mission, in the movement. I don't think they're going anywhere. And you know, just the fact that I'm here with you, you obviously have some type of belief in Black Girl Sunscreen, and just the fact you're like, hey, you know, first time I hit you up, you're like, yeah, we want to work with you, right?
No, I think. Wait, I don't know. It was me. It was me. No, the first time.
Either way.
Well, when I texted her back and she was just like, I was like, well, come talk about it, because it's important for the Black, like, this is something important for me.
Forget Black Girl Sunscreen for a second, right? We talking about us as sisters,
as females, helping each other. Like, our platform is helping you. Your platform is going to help us. Like,
for sure.
That's
for
important.
Sure. The content and just the empowerment and not being a hater.
That is like, there's a stigma. It's crazy. I just watched The Real, and it's like, for some reason, Black women have to like fight each other to get camera time. Like they were talking about the Real Housewives and how Portia and I forgot Phaedra made up that story. She probably made up that story to stay relevant on the show, and only to get fired. And it's just like, when you look at other shows, yes, the women are catty and they're arguing and bickering, but how we're shown on TV is just like, we can't get along, we can't have a conversation, we can't go to dinner without fighting each other. Like, every episode, every scene, and it's very unfortunate.
And that's the real perception of Black women, right? Because I have friends that are white and that do not have Black friends, and that's what they think. This is a real thing. You know, we talk about, well, a woman that for me has done very well for herself but has a horrible reputation is Omarosa, right? But the thing is, I don't hate on Omarosa because she's riding the coattails. She's getting to where she needs to be, but she's not a great representation for us, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just happy that you ladies are like, yo, come through, talk about what you got going on. And for me, that's support, that's empowerment of each other. You ain't like, nah, I ain't feeling what she talking about. For whatever reason, it could be something stupid.
That has nothing to do with the product, or the brand, or anything like that.
At all. You know, I did I did an event down in Wynwood, and when I tell you that these women were amazing that put on the show, amazing. Nothing but support, nothing but good things to say. It was just more of like, hey, talk about what Black Girl Sunscreen is up to. Talk about how you developed this program. And it was bringing a whole bunch of Black women into one space that were so encouraging. I see other cultures support each other. Huge. The Latin community, they don't play.
Yeah.
They don't play around. right? But when it comes to our community, we actually have to talk about movement. We actually have to talk about Black girls supporting each other.
Right.
Why is
Coach
that?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the word movement itself, why does it have to be a movement? Why can't it just be that this is a dope product, you should have it, and it is what it is? And I think we're kind of getting over the hump too, because now that we see how our perception of our culture is, you see other cultures stick together, and for some reason for us, we always felt like we didn't have to stick together. We have to appeal to everybody for everybody to like us. But I think now we're starting to be like, you know what? It's okay if I support my own. It's okay if I'm verbal about it and I'm going to support it. I don't even have to say it's a movement. It's just, this is my lifestyle. It's part of me.
So interesting enough, there was like a meme going around, right? And on the left side of the meme, it says, started my own business, one like. Have you seen this meme?
That because it's back, and then 100 likes, something else. I don't. What was it? Like somebody else or Jay-Z or anybody else, anybody that already has a following, they get 100 likes. Or or going to, or I got a promotion at my job.
Yeah. That's what it was. 100 likes. Okay, so this is a real life thing. Okay, so Black Girl Sunscreen Instagram. We just started our page like in April. Okay, we started to gain traction like last month, so we're up to like a small number. It's like 600, right? And it's difficult to get genuine following. It really is.
Organic,
right? Or organic. And what I mean by organic, right, is if you post something, you should get 10% of your following, right? So on some of our images, we'll get 100 likes. That's phenomenal because we only have 600 followers, but before we would only have like 400, 500 followers. So to get 100 likes on a photo, fantastic. How about we post our hey, pre-order now.
6 likes, 10 likes.
Now 50 likes, right? 50 likes, but again, we post somebody in a bathing suit, 100 and something likes.
Right.
Okay, so is this what we're really about? Because now it's the real deal. Now we're here. Yeah, so there was this meme that went out, and on the left side it said, started my own business, one like, and then on the right side it said, started a new job, and it got like 100 likes. And literally I've experienced that within these last couple of days, where it's just kind of like, we are launching and we are accepting pre-orders on blackgirlsunscreen.com, and it's literally the same feedback, like 30, 40 likes compared to someone wearing a bathing suit with 100 likes. So it's a little discouraging in that respect. And I think there's like a science to the Instagram. Do people like more of a candid versus more of an advertising? Because there's a difference, right? Yeah. So it could be just figuring that out and putting it in the caption, like, hey, officially launched or accepting pre-orders, go to blackgirlsunscreen.com or follow our Instagram or join our Facebook, as opposed to actually putting the product with 3 girls and accepting pre-orders. So I think it's more figuring out that piece of it and then moving forward with the right combination.
Yeah.
But it is a real thing.
Oh no, it is.
Experienced it all the time. It frustrates the hell out of me.
Especially looking at your analytics and you see like what posts are your top posts for the last week or what for the month. And sometimes you'll notice, like you said, with the bathing suits, I'm getting all these likes. But with my actual product and the information, you might not get as much. But finding that balance, I'm sure, we all go through that and we're all going to find it and it's going to rock it. But tell us, like, what's next for you?
Oh, goodness. And, the risky part of the business is how many of these are we going to get out and how much awareness are we going to create. So tomorrow I fly out to Chicago to do an HBCU event. And we're bringing some colleges, and we have a celebrity host, and I'll be there as a vendor, just talking about, the benefits of wearing sunscreen, the benefits of protecting our skin. And I think that's probably the best thing for Black Girl Sunscreen now, is just to show face and to support communities. So, 30, 60, 90 day plan is to be out in the community and talking about what we're doing. 2-3 year plan, just to continue to moving products, and also, bringing dermatologists on board to kind of recommend this product to their patients.
Yes.
Right? Because there's lupus, and you have to protect your skin if you have lupus. There's acne issues that you have to protect your skin from the sun if you have acne. So just bringing those professionals on board with the product. So there's a lot of things that I'm kind of getting my hands on, and everything is just moving so fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I would just say, just having the presence, creating the awareness, providing the education is more of like a 5-year plan, just being out there.
Would you like to stay exclusively online and things like that? Or would you like to be in, your local stores and distribution that way?
That's a really good question, and I was asked that question on the last interview, and they just had a different perception and a different strategy, if you will, and I thought my strategy out very, very thoughtfully. So right now we're going to be a viral product exclusively on blackgirlsunscreen.com, and I feel like with this type of packaging, our price point is $18.99. We are more of a higher end, a Nordstrom, a Macy's, if you will, and even in Ulta, not necessarily a Sephora, and we know why, but. More of those retailers, if anything. I feel like because of the concept, there's nothing really out there like that on the market that it will gain attention.
Right.
And with the way the formula is too, like historically those products are already expensive. I mean, I'm not saying your product, well, $18.99 is on the higher price point when it's compared to sunscreen. But because you're paraben free, sulfate free, all of that, you have the melanin enhancement, the moisture, you're providing all these ingredients and you're providing all these aspects of it. I think that it matches maybe where you're, like you said, Nordstrom, Macy's.
I feel like I paid $24 for sunscreen before, and it was Sunbreeze.
So there's a spectrum of sunscreen, right? We have our original fathers, right? We have like a banana boat, we have a tropical. Hawaiian tropical, we have Australian gold, right? They're at the price point where they're in CVS and Walgreens, starting at $6.99, $8.99, whatever. Okay, so then we come into the more progressive sunscreens, like a Black Girl sunscreen. You have a company called Sunbum. They kind of cater to the surfer dudes, whatever, right?
And they're in Nordstrom.
Yeah, right. And they're also in like smaller boutiques as well. Very, very niche product, right? For a certain customer, they're at about our price point, whether it be from $13 to about $20, right? Okay, so then you have like a Shiseido and a higher end brand that will charge Kula. I don't know if you've heard of Kula before. They're also a sunscreen company, but they're exclusively in resorts. They're at $32. They're also in Sephora. $32 for a 2 ounce. We're 3 ounces at $18, right? So our price point is right in the middle, right in the middle, and affordable for us. For us, you make over $35,000. This product is $99. It's nothing. It's a lunch.
And if you care about your skin, like you said, it's the largest
investment of your life. Investment.
So the price point is fair. It's fair for sure.
Awesome. Well, we're very inspired by you coming through and telling your story. I'm sure our audience tuning in will definitely take some notes, not only from your product, but also your story. And that's what we try to highlight, is the journey to getting you where you are and where you're going and all that. So we appreciate you coming and sharing that with us.
Thank you so much, ladies.
It's
been a pleasure, and I just feel like it's super important. It means a lot when somebody's here from the beginning and wanting to grow with you, because this is our beginning, and I won't ever forget just the collaboration and you ladies saying, girl, come through. Come through. And it really hits home for me, because not everybody is on that wave.
Yeah, of course.
Especially if you have a product that, I think for us, like when people hit us up and say, hey, we want to do this or we want to do that, it has to be something that we also feel like is a good product or something that is needed. And we can identify with it. And this is something that's important to both of us. We're both Black women, and we live in Miami, and skincare is definitely important. Yes.
And another reason why I was like, hey, I need to connect with these ladies, because I love great energy, and you guys celebrated your 1-year anniversary, so congratulations, and I love the hype, right? So seriously,
you didn't even talk about that. We have to do a whole episode on that, but we haven't even got to it.
But make sure you plug, where can people find your product, your social medias, all of that.
So blackgirlsunscreen.com. to purchase the product. You can follow us on Instagram, Black Girl Sunscreen. We have a Facebook, Black Girl Sunscreen. We also have a Twitter, Black Girl Sunscreen. And because we are original, nobody has taken our name, because you can't, Black Girl Sunscreen, all across every platform.
Awesome.
But just going back to you guys, you ladies celebrating your 1 year, you know, it's a lot of work, and I know you guys put in that grind. You're welcome. I don't know if you have full-time jobs, but it takes a lot of dedication and commitment to do this. So thank you.
No problem. Well, we appreciate you coming through. Make sure you guys check out Black Girl Sunscreen, all of that melanin.
Hey.
And you already know, we out.
Bye.
Peace.